What's up, guys? DwkVideos. I make military content, put it on the internet for you to enjoy. If you want my social media links, will be in the description down below. But the title is not clickbait. This is 100% real. Donald Trump just signed the U.S. Space Force into existence Friday the 20th of December 2019. Now, before we jump into this, if you haven't hit the subscribe button already, I would highly recommend it, because anything Space Force, you're going to want to be subscribed to this channel. I'm going to be giving constant updates, uniforms, rank structure, how they're going to develop jobs, and how you can join. Literally everything you want to know about the Space Force and the rest of the other military branches you can find on this channel. I'm not going to brag, but I'm pretty useful. But yeah, Space Force is a real thing. Right now, they're making the cross from the U.S. Air Force Space Command, which is like a detachment of the Air Force. So right now, they're still wearing those uniforms. The Air Force chain is still going to run it until the Senate can decide who's going to be the commander of the Space Force, and then they'll figure out rank structure from there. Right now, there's roughly 16K people who are going to be moved from the Air Force immediately into the Space Force. They're still going to get all the same benefits and everything, because it is still considered the next branch of the U.S. military. It's a branch of the military. It's like joining the other branches. Who knows if it's going to be a fully commissioned officer branch, or if they're going to have enlisted counterparts. I would assume they would have enlisted counterparts, because then who would clean their toilets? Air Force General Jay Raymond said they're going to get everything official about this. They're even going to have their own song. You know how Navy has Anchors Aweigh, and then Marines have the Marine Hem, and then Air Force has that thing that goes, off we go into the wild blue yonder. Forgot the rest, but Air Force is going to have their own thing, and I'm ecstatic. I hope they bring me in for the music video. Just putting it out there, guys. You guys need a face man for this? I'm your man. Put me in a little astronaut costume. Over the course of the next 18 months is where they're going to hammer out the finer details of the U.S. Space Force. And honestly, I am so ecstatic. What a time to be alive right now. Our little grandkids are going to be talking about the Space Force. Maybe our grandkids, maybe it's going to be way cooler than we think it is. And our grandkids are going to be like, Daddy, I want to grow up and join the Space Force. And I'm going to be like, don't join enlisted, because then you'll be a janitor. This is actually the newest branch since 1949, when we adopted the Air Force in general. And to put you guys in some kind of perspective of how at least I think they're going to run it, if you guys know how Marine Corps was kind of like a detachment of the Navy, then they became their own branch, but they still fall under the Navy for like the Department of the Navy purposes. I picture the U.S. Space Force Command is kind of going to be the same thing. They're going to be the Marines to the Navy, as in the Space Force to the Air Force. So they do their own branch, they have their own chain, but then at the very, very top of the chain, they still fall under the Air Force, just like the Marine Corps falls under the Navy. And then they work hand in hand. You go to any Marine Corps base, they have all their medicals, their RPs, their LSs and PSs for like big commands, like command elements of MEFs, are all run by Navy people. So I picture they're gonna have some Air Force, cross branching in between, unless they're really gonna make a rating for each and every specialty of the Air Force. I think it would be badass to be the first Space Force medic. And I love the Navy to death, but the opportunity to be in the history books, if they said, hey, we need some FMF corpsmen don't know why they would, because that's actually like, for civilian terms, FMF corpsmen are just like the medics that go with the Marines. Don't know why they would need me. But if they said, hey man, you want to go be the first ever in Space Force history? I'd be like, hell yeah. I want to go be in a history book. My little grandkid's gonna be like, there's Papa. There's rumors about what their mascot is gonna be. And personally, I think they should hire Bruno, because he's a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Here's his belly. Okay. Good boy. But yeah, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts down in the comments down below. Do you think this is a good idea? How do you think the rank structure is going to be? I personally think they're going to just adopt the Air Force rank structure and change the titles around a little bit. But it's going to be cool to see what type of uniform they adopt. And of course, even though I'm in the Navy, at a Marine Corps command, which is confusing, but I cover all of military subjects, as soon as they release an Air Force uniform, I promise you, I'm going to buy one. I'm going to go to the closest base, buy one, bring it on this channel to show you. Don't miss it. Hit that subscribe button with the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.